Hello, good morning. Welcome back to the another online value session for structural organization in animals. In the last session, we had compared so many characters with skeletal muscle, smooth muscle and cardiac muscle. In this video, I am going to enlighten you about a complete structure of animal skeletal muscle. The skeletal muscle means that exists with bone. So, both the ends of the muscle, they have a bone. Both the ends of the muscle, they have a tendon. This is tendon. Muscle, both the ends, tendon is exist. Tendon is dense, regular, connective tissue, right? And this is muscle. Which muscle? Skeletal muscle. And this is bone. It's a fundamental, you know very well. At the time of connective tissue, you got this point. To observe the muscle structure, we have to change its execution like this. If we cut the muscle and focus towards our face, then we have a transverse section, and this muscle, the layer around this muscle, I extended little far, then that is called epimysium. Epimysium means layer above the muscle. Any type of muscle, not only skeletal muscle, but the layer around the muscle also called perimysium. Inside this, in the transverse section we can observe, inside this, entire this space is called, if you see, entire the space inside the muscle, this is called endomysium. Terminology is applying here. Endo means inside, myo means muscle. Myology, study about muscles. Osteology, study about bones. Chondrology means study about cartilage. There are different aspects. Endomysium means what? Space inside the muscle. Clear? Inside the muscle means in the endomysium, there are so many bundles we can observe under the electron microscope. If you extract one muscle out, so many bundles are present. They are also called myobundles. Myobundle. What is myobundle? So many cylindrical clusters. Cluster means what? Group of bundles are present inside the muscle. That is called myobundle. This is also called fascicle. Fascicle. Plural is fascia. Fascia means all together. Fascicle or myobundle means one, singular. This is plural, many. So, myobundles are present inside the muscle. Inside the myobundle, again there were many bundle-like structures are present. If we extract one out, it is look like this. Then this is called myofibril. This is called myofibril. This is also called unit of the muscle. So, n number of myofibrils together form one myobundle or fascicle. N number of fascicles are forming one muscle. All muscles together form one organ which helps in the movement with the help of the joints or bones. Now, myofibril is the unit. Which unit? Structural unit. Structural unit of the muscle. Often functional unit also. That point you will be understand when we see ultrastructure of the myofibril. Now I am going to explain this myofibril structure. Before that, let me tell you the myofibril characteristics. Number one, myofibril is cylindrical. Myofibril is unbranched. Myofibril is contractile. means voluntary, and myofibril is syncytial. In fact, all the skeletal muscle characteristics which I explained in the last session belongs to myofibril only. Then myofibril is peripheral, having peripheral nuclei. Here nuclei term have been used. Nuclei means what? Plural. That's why here syncytial. Syncytial means multi-nucleated is the meaning comes under. Then myofibril is stripped. Stripped means what? Striated. They have a cross lines. All these will be observed under the ultrastructure of the myofibril. So before that, let me recap this again. Skeletal muscle, by the help of a tendon, it attaches to the bone. Muscle having a layer around it, that is called perimysium or epimysium. Just like the layer around the bone is called periosteum, the layer around the cartilage is called perichondrium. Like layer around the muscle is called perimysium or epimysium. The space inside the muscle is called endomysium. In the endomysium, there are many bundle-like structures are present. They are called myobundles. They are also termed as fascicle in case of the singular. If you want to call together, that is called, the name you have to use called fascia. Now inside the fascia, again so many bundle-like structures are present. They are called myofibril. Myofibril is considered as a structural as well as functional unit of the muscle, because myofibril is a cylindrical, unbranched, contractile, syncytial, peripheral and stripped. Let us see all the characteristics in its ultrastructure now. Let us observe the structure of the myofibril. Myofibril. It is structural and functional unit of the muscle. Myofibril is a cylindrical and without any branch. It is stripped so that they have some cross lines. By using the electron microscope, you can see this kind of structure, and it has many nucleus. All these nucleus are at corner. That's why they are called peripheral. See here, this is a peripheral nuclei. Many nucleus in one cell. This is one cell. In that many nucleus are there. So as many nucleus are there, this condition is called, guys, syncytium, multinucleated state, and these all are called strips. So that striated muscle. All these characters you know very well, but I am executing by the help of given diagram. And this is the cytoplasm. The cytoplasm of the muscle is called sarcoplasm. Sarcoplasm. In that mitochondria exist. These mitochondria are called sarcosome. Sarcosome. And endoplasmic reticulum is also present. Endoplasmic reticulum, generally it is a cell, every cell organelle is present. Endoplasmic reticulum is called sarcoplasmic reticulum. Guys, nucleus is the syncytium. Mitochondria is called sarcosome. What is sarcosome? Mitochondria. Mitochondria of the muscle is called sarcosome. Endoplasmic reticulum. Endoplasmic reticulum is considered as sarcoplasmic reticulum, and cytoplasm or protoplasm of the muscle is considered as sarcoplasm. These are the important characteristic features. If you know now, in the further session you will feel very comfortable. Now, what are these strips? If you observe one part from here to here or from here to here, I am going to draw. This is a jut line. Enter this portion. This is a jut line, and this is another jut line. The space between two Z lines I am going to draw now. If you think this is one Z line, and this is another Z line. By giving some kind of a zoom, you can observe this structure in wide. This is sarcolemma, plasma membrane. Plasma membrane of the muscle is called sarcolemma. That is also I need to label. This is called sarcolemma. Sarcolemma means what? Plasma membrane of the muscle is called sarcolemma. This is Z line and Z line. The space between two Z lines is called sarcomere. The space between two Z lines is called sarcomere. The sarcomere helps in the contraction as well as in relaxation, so that muscles are undergoing contractions and relaxation process. Sarcomere is called structural unit of the muscle contraction. Muscle contraction. Here no need to confuse, guys. What is the unit of, or what is the structural or functional unit of muscle? Means myofibril. In myofibril many segments are there. If you observe one segment, that means space between two Z lines is called sarcomere. Sarcomere is a functional unit of muscle contraction. That is a structural and functional unit. But this is only functional unit or structural unit of muscle contraction. Physiological unit, that is structural unit. In the Z line, if you observe some more structures in this part, the Z line is present the center of I band. These bands are light in color. They are called I band. Both the Z lines are center of their respective I bands. If this is an I band and center of the I band, Z line is present, and this is also I band. You will come to know what exactly the I band and its features couple of minutes later. Now, in center of the sarcomere, there was thick bands are present. These thick bands are called A bands. A band means anisotrophic band. I band means isotrophic band. Center of the I band, Z line is present in both the I bands. Center of the A band, M line is present. This is called M line is present. This is a kind of observation. One student understand that where Z line is present, center of the I band, where M line is present, center of the A band, where A band is present, center of the sarcomere. Now, by taking this diagram more extent, I will explain you every structure. When we zoom or magnifies the muscle structure under electronic microscope, we can see this kind of execution. Again here you can see each and every region of the skeletal muscle or myofibril. This is one Z line and this is another Z line. The distance between two Z lines or the space between two Z lines is called sarcomere. Sarcomere is structural and functional unit of the muscle contraction. This is very important. Now, Z line is present at the center of the I band. I band is also called thin band. Why they are called thin band? In the microscopic examination, they appear very light color. Light means thin, whereas it appears very dark. That's why A band is called thick band. They are band-like structures, appear thicker in microscopic observations. So, I band center, Z line is present. Sarcomere center, A band is present. A band center, M line is present. So that is how you have to analyze the muscle structural unit called sarcomere. Center of the sarcomere, A band. Center of the I band, Z line. Center of the A band, M line. What is M line? Actually, A band is made up of myosin protein. Which protein? Myosin protein. In the last session, I have given proteins present in the muscles. In that actin, myosin, trophonin, trophomyosin, like so many I have listed out. In that, have you observed that myosin is a protein which helps in contraction and relaxation. That protein is present in entire the A band, but that protein depositions are more at the center. That's why they look like one line. Actually, myosin is not the line, but due to the high depositions of the myosin protein, myosin depositions are high at the center of A band, so that in the observation of microscope it appears as a one line. That is why it is called M line. Where does that M line exist? Center of the A band. If you observe the differences between I band and A band, you will get a complete clarity. Let me explain. First one is I band. Firstly, I means isotrophic band. Means in the sarcomere they are present both the sides, or they exist in pairs. Iso means what? Equal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Suppose, don't think that number is 5 always. In this picture they are 5 and 5. They are pairs. So that it is called iso. They are unpaired. That's why they are called aniso. Anisotrophic bands. That is the first character. That is the difference also. And second thing, I bands appear thin color. They appears in thin color, whereas they appears in thick. That's why they are also called thick bands and dark bands. Dark bands, thick resembling dark. That is why here we can compare that the thin band is light band. In the sarcomere, what are considered as light bands? I bands. What are dark bands? A bands. What are the proteins that are present in I band? Actin, trophonin and trophomyosin. Actin, trophonin and trophomyosin are the three different proteins that are present in this structure. I bands, thin bands or light bands, all the three meaning is same. Those bands are made up of proteins called actin, trophonin, trophomyosin. Then what is the protein present in the A band? Already I told you, that is myosin. The protein present in a band is myosin protein. Myosin protein giving darkness. And dark myosin depositions are more in the center of the A band. That's why more darkness. The M resembling myosin line, not middle line. Clear? Many times I told you, again I am telling you to avoid your confusion. M line is present center of the A band. A band is present center of the sarcomere. Sarcomere means the space between two Z lines. What is Z line? Center of the I band or center of the thin band or light band. Now, here another difference is I bands are movable. I bands are movable. Means they can slide from their direction towards the center. Means during muscle contraction they are coming towards the center. Means they are going to overlap on the A band. I bands are overlapping on A band. Here one should observe that A band will not move at any case. They are stable. That's why I bands are movable and they are immovable. In the sarcomere, which bands are movable? I bands, both the sides. Which bands are immovable? A band, center bands will never move. Side bands will move towards the center, then shortening the sarcomere. Suppose during muscle contraction, what will happen? Generally, the distance of this is 1 centimeter. Actually, 1 centimeter is very huge. For your better understanding, I am taking that measurement. From here to here, the length is 1 centimeter. During muscle contraction, this Z line and this Z line comes closer, so that I bands and both the I bands present in the both the sides are overlapping on A band. So sarcomere distance will be less. That 1 centimeter become 0.5 centimeter. Then that is called contraction. When they go away from the center to their original position, then 0.5 centimeter again back to 1 centimeter. That process is called relaxation. How does contraction and relaxation takes place is a very big phenomenon. In first year, human physiology, muscular contraction or sliding filament theory concept is there. There you will get this concept. Not now. But here, what you have to understand is, during muscle contraction, I filaments are sliding over the A filaments. A filaments never move, so that it is called immovable. Which bands are showing the movement? I band. The answer is I bands are mobile. Once they are moving, suppose during muscle contraction, both the sides I bands are moved over the A band. Remember, I said both the sides, not one side. Then generally it is a light band, this is a dark band. But here in this portion, if you observe clearly, where I bands are slided over the A band, not entire the I band is slided, only this portion. Like that, in this side also, at some portion of the A band is overlapped by I band. This area is called H zone. What is that? H zone. It looks like H, no? See? The color combination. This is a dark and this is light. Together have some mixed combination. This side and this side. Both the sides, that mixed combination will be appear. And in the microscopic observation, that look like H. This is like H. So many bands are there. This H size will be increased like this as it is overlapping both the sides. So during muscle contraction, H size will be increased. During muscle relaxation, H size will be decreased. As the filaments, which filaments? I filaments are moving away from the center, this H position becomes thinner. As contraction takes place, when they are coming towards center, this H, one band position of the H will be increased. So very important this point to understand the further lessons. That is, H shape will be increased during muscle contraction. H place will be decreased during muscle relaxation. What is H? It is a particular zone in which I filaments are sliding over the A filaments, which appears during contraction and relaxation only, but not in normal conditions, during only movement. So this is how so many alphabets are tried to analyze. In that, if you see, A is there, I is there, M as well as Z, now H is also arrived. So now just you have to learn by their alphabetical order also as a fun way. Clear? Okay guys, hope you enjoyed this session. Practice and attend assignment. Thank you. In the next class, we go through the nervous tissue.